Okay, what about now? It was working just fine earlier. Let me see. Let me refresh my other page. Okay, there it goes. I don't know why. It made me refresh like 5 times. Okay, good. Y'all can see and hear me now? Okay, good. Yay. I'm like, damn, I done fell into the quantum realm. So if you guys were following me early on Instagram, I ended up going in my first Waymo. They are officially getting rid of humans, I swear. Uber is trying to get rid of human drivers. So for y'all who don't follow me on Instagram or who don't know what happened today, so I had to go to a podcast event today, the Podcast Summit here in Atlanta. So on my way, Freddie was like, just Uber down here because there's nowhere to park. So I was like, okay, cool. I didn't feel like trying to search for parking with the rental. So I called Uber. And usually when you hit an Uber up, especially like a big city, there's Uber people literally like 2 minutes away. And so the first Uber was 4 minutes away. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to start getting ready. Let me, hop in the elevator, get downstairs. And as I'm getting ready to come downstairs, they canceled it. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. So then they said there was a second Uber coming. Then the second Uber was literally 3 minutes away. And all of a sudden, that Uber got canceled. And I'm like, this is starting to be suspicious, okay? So I've never had 2 Ubers canceled back to back. So then the third Uber finally came, and he was a really cool guy, got me to the event and everything. And then what was weird was the ride was only supposed to be $11.97, right? So I'm like, that's kind of expensive for a ride that's not even 10 minutes away. But we all know the prices have jumped up. So then after he drops me off, the price is 19 something, basically $20 to take me not even 10 minutes up the street. So I'm like, hold up, why would they charge me almost 20? It was like $19.98 or something like that. I'm like, why would they charge me that much money just to Uber up the street? I'm like, whatever. So at that point, I just gave him a good review. I go to the event. So now we're leaving the event a few hours later. So we're like, well, let's take the Uber back to our spot and then we can pick up the rental. So again, I hit the first Uber. Like we're watching them. They're literally like 5 minutes up the street. They're coming towards us. The Uber gets canceled. So I'm like, okay, this is weird because this was happening earlier. Second Uber, like, oh, we're going to find you another Uber. Then the second one was coming. That one got canceled. So I'm like, this is getting crazy now. And mind you, we've been sitting out there now for about 10 minutes. Then they're like, oh, we're finding you a third Uber. The third Uber gets canceled. And they're like, oh, don't worry about it. We're going to get you a Waymo. Nobody asked for this. We're looking for a human being to take us up the street, back to our spot. And so then they're like, oh, the Waymo's going to come. There's no price difference. Just get in the Waymo. So I'm just like, okay, at this point, we got to leave. So they cancel our ride. So now we're waiting for this driverless vehicle to come. And the Waymo comes. Of course, there's nobody in there. You got to unlock it through the app. So we get in, and that's the video that I posted on Instagram. It was so weird. And then, it was like slamming on brakes and swerving a little bit. I'm like, what in the hell? It was very strange. It felt like I was living in the Jetsons. But I say that to say they are purposely trying to annoy and get rid of human drivers because there were several human drivers waiting around where we were in downtown Atlanta. So there's always Ubers. And I'm like, I don't believe that these people are canceling their Uber rides because people need money. You know what I'm saying? People are driving Uber for a reason. And I refuse to believe that 3 different, well, actually you can say 6 total. 6 different people all canceled our Uber ride. That doesn't make any sense. And then just, magically here comes Waymo. And then what was very interesting is when we got to our B&B, the Waymo was charging the normal price of the $11.98. So the Waymo didn't charge me $19.98 like the other guy. And I don't even know the other guys know if the other driver that dropped me off knew that I was being charged that much. So yeah, I think they're doing something. It's crazy. Let me see. I love driving. Yeah. They canceled it and take a different person. Somebody said, wait, no. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, what in the upside down world is going on here? Because like I said, it canceled so many times, and then it just went ahead and just got us like a different Uber. And it was, you guys leaving? Okay. I'm going to come lock the door. Hold on, y'all. I got to, oh, you going to lock it? Okay. Thank you, guys. Have a good night. Bye. Okay. The employees are going home. They were so nice. So, for y'all who don't know, I know I'm in front of a white wall, but I'm at my boy's shop. I had to come here because the Wi-Fi in Atlanta's not a real place, and neither is their Wi-Fi. So he was like, just come to my shop. You can use my Wi-Fi. So hopefully it works. But yeah, so I don't know. I just had to share that because I just feel like they're trying to get rid of all the human drivers, maybe because, the humans, God forbid humans want benefits and medical and, a livable wage. You're not supposed to ask for that. So because the humans are humaning and saying, hey, the cost of living is going up, the price of groceries are going up, we want more money. Y'all are making, y'all have made so much money off of Uber. We'd like a piece of the pie, being that you're putting miles on our vehicle, wear and tear on our vehicle. So now Uber and Lyft's, the way that they're going to solve the issue, bring out Waymo, driverless vehicles. So if you are an Uber driver, just realize that, your rides, if you're not getting your rides on time and you're like, well, dang, I was just booked on the ride and I was on my way to go pick up that person and now the person canceled, we're not canceling because we're trying to get to our destination. It is Uber canceling the rides. They canceled 6 rides total on me today and then sent a driverless vehicle. So something is in the mix. Something ain't cleaning the buttermilk. Yeah. It's all about corporate greed at this point. It really is. So let's go ahead and get started. I know a lot of people have wanted me to, before we get started, let me make some announcements before we get started. So to all the people who are coming to my big Leo bash this weekend, I'm super excited. That's why I've been just so busy. I haven't really been able to put out as much content as I would want to. I did drop like 3 videos the other day, but I've just really been really busy with everything, with the event, the new booklets, food, everything. So Sunday, I'm hosting a brunch. So we had posted the information. If you are going to the event, you can check and see if we still have tickets left. If you're not going to the event, you cannot pull up to the brunch. The brunch is only for people who go to my Saturday event. So if you're going to the Saturday event and you have nothing to do on Sunday, you can get a ticket for the brunch. And they're, shrimp and grits, fish and grits, waffles, all that breakfasty stuff. And then you can do either bottomless mimosas or bottomless rum punch. So, your choice. But yeah, so we're going to kick it. We're going to be up there for about 4 hours kicking it. I got a live DJ. So that will be our last night in town. So definitely join me if you're interested. I'm super duper excited. Do not ask me if you're not going to Saturday's event. You have to be going to Saturday's event to be able to come to the brunch because we only have so much space. So I don't want, hundreds of people coming up there. Y'all know I don't play about security. And, just keeping stuff safe for everybody. But, yeah. Nia says, dang, I like brunch. Me too, child. I can't wait to eat, okay? Especially down here because the food in Atlanta be good. Manhattan, y'all's food is trash. I love New York, but Manhattan food is trash, okay? But Atlanta, child, whoo. As soon as I got off the plane, I went to this little barbecue spot, and they made me, like, some fried whiting and okra, and it was so good. Like, it was such good food. And it was a lot of food for, like, $12. That's one thing about Atlanta. They're going to give you a lot of food. I think I ate like a few bites and I saved the rest. And then they made me this strawberry cobbler. I've never had that before. It was really good. Yeah, welcome to the South, honey. So just wanted to let you guys know. So if you're coming to the event, if you're interested in going to the brunch, email us and see if there's any tickets left for the brunch. Because I had posted all the information, so I know some people missed it. So in the event, you missed it. But I'm excited, y'all. It's a lot of people excited to come. I'm just like, this has been like a few months in the making. So I'm super excited to see you guys on my tea sipper. Shout out to everybody who's coming on Saturday. It's about to be lit. I'm super excited. And I'm not gonna lie, I did try to get some lions. You know me, I'm over the go big or go the fuck home, right? So yeah, I was like, I want some lions in my shit. This is my Leo event. But we ended up talking to the lion people, and they're like, they're not gonna allow lions where we're having the party. They're like, yeah, Peter will be out there. Cause I wanted like little, you know, I was like, I don't care. Give me Mufasa, Nala, baby cubs, or, you know, just for an hour. We don't need the lions there the whole time. We just want some pictures, right? We don't need them there the whole event. And I tried. I was like, that'd be so dope for Leo season. But they're like, they checked the permits in the area, and they're like, they're not gonna allow lions. So, yes, I tried it. I have no shame. Only me would be like, call the local petting zoo or whoever you gotta call. I want lions. They did. They tried. My party planner really tried, and they're like, yeah, if you were they said if I was doing it like in my backyard or something, like my own residence, where I could take personal responsibility if somebody got eaten, then they would do it. But being that I'm going to be doing it like public, they're like, we can't just have lions in front of this, you know, in front of your venue. I was like, yeah, but y'all can hold them, you know, with the leash. They're like, you don't understand. These are like huge. These are full-grown lions. Like it has to be safety stuff. And I just, you know, I was like, I just want to take a picture by one. They're like, no. I tried it. I tried, y'all. I did. They didn't. They were like, no, Peter will come down here. You know, and you know, God forbid somebody gets snatched up. I tried. You know, I'm a Leo, honey. We go big or go home. But they're like, you know, it's dope. It sounds like it's gonna be a dope party, but we can't just bring you lions. And they're like, well, what kind of lions? I was like, I want the whole pride. I want the mama, the daddy, and the 2 kids. They were like, absolutely not. They're like, maybe some cubs, but we're not gonna bring a full-grown male lion to the event. I was like, why not? We got the money, we got the budget. They were like, yeah, no. So unfortunately, y'all, there won't be any lions there. Well, not real lions anyway. So, you know, we did the next best thing. Yeah. I was like, I want the whole shebang. They were like, I don't know, like, who is this? I was like, it's for Leo season. They're like, you can't just have lions roaming the streets of downtown Atlanta. Yeah, I have no shame. I tried though. I go hard for my tea sippers. I'm like, that'd be so dope. We could take pictures as a group in front of the lions. They're like, yeah, no. Because, you know, when I went to Tiny's party, they had llamas. I said, but hey, Tiny and them had llamas. They're like, yeah, a llama is not a lion. I was like, but they both start with an L. They're like, it's not the same thing. They're like, now, if you want to bring llamas, we could do llamas, but they said they can't do lions. I tried, y'all. You know, Leos go hard, honey. They're like, yeah, llamas are not the same thing as lions, ma'am. I said, but Tiny had llamas. They're like, yeah, we're not letting you get lions. Next. Somebody said, a llama is not a lion, T. One spits and the other eats people. Yeah, they did explain that to me. I just, you know, I figured, you know, it's an animal, you know. Like, it's an animal. Ava said, T is the Lulu. I am. But, you know, like I said, I wanted it to, you know, just to fit the theme. So, you know, they shut it down. But it's all good. We still going to turn up with or without the lion pride. Okay? We still going to turn up, honey. Oh, my gosh. So much going on. But, yeah, shout out to y'all. I can't wait to see everybody and connect. And we're going to have a really, really good time. Let me read some of these super chats here. Nana Nia just gifted 5 people membership. So if you guys want to join the membership, she gifted 5 people. Dexter Davis gifted a membership as well. Thank you, Dexter, and I will see you on Saturday. Kitty the Jackson sent $49.99, says looking forward to meeting you. Definitely, I can't wait to meet you too. I know you're an OG tea sipper, so I'm really glad that you're taking your first flight on a plane to come meet me and come party with me. So you're definitely gonna have a really, really good time. Let me see here. It looks like Moneybag Mo's in the building. Shout out to Moneybag Mo. Thank you, sis, for always coming through and blessing my channel. She sent $399.99. Thank you. And I really wish you were able to attend and, you know, party with me for the Leo Bash, because you're a fellow Leo. But happy birthday to you. And, you know, we'll definitely we'll do some solo dolo shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't even trip. But thank you so much, sis. I appreciate it. And enjoy your birthday. Definitely have a great birthday this weekend. What's up, King Darius? See him in the building. Oh my gosh, y'all are just always showing so much love. I really, really appreciate it. I do. And you know, that's the thing. It's like a lot of the love that I get shown on here via super chats, I give it back to you all. You know, when I do these events, y'all know my events decorated nice. You're gonna eat well, you're gonna have a good time, it's gonna be safe, you know, police, security, all that stuff. You know, I put a lot into my events, you know what I mean? And I charge a fraction of the price. Like, the price I charge doesn't even cover what I spend. I mean, just on decor, we've probably spent about 15 grand just on decor, minus the lions. I'm like, how much do I have to pay you for the lions? They were like, no amount of money, you're not getting lions. But yeah, you know, so I go hard. I go hard because y'all go hard for me. So only the best for my tea sippers. I don't know about all these other influencers, but you come to a lovely tea event, you're going to feel like a king or a queen for the day. We're going to have a good time. So it's going to be a lot of people coming through too. So I'm super duper excited. Like, we've been working hard on this, and it's going to be a great turnout. Like, oh my gosh, it's going to be beautiful. It is. Yeah. Minus the Lions, child. We had a little budget for them. You know, we did. We had a little budget, and they were like, we don't care. I'm like, what if I just slide it to you under the table? They're like, no. I really tried. Like, I tried for like a week. We were calling them, and, you know, they tried to check, but they were just like, they heard back from the city, and the city was like, absolutely not. So it's all good. You know, at least I tried. So now let's go ahead. We got to talk about this, child. We got to talk, because a lot of people have been asking me to talk about the weave drama with Jonathan Wright. This was a hot damn mess. It took place in Houston, Texas a few days ago. So it has gone viral all over social media. And I've been wanting to hit on this for a while, but I didn't get a chance to. So we're going to watch some of the videos that went viral. So if you guys don't know who Jonathan is, Jonathan, he's an influencer. He does hair. He was Meg Thee Stallion's friend. He used to do her hair. He does, I think, Ari, or is that, I think, I don't know. I be getting some of the guys mixed up who do hair. But he's done a lot of celebrities' hair. And he was also on the Bad Boys Club with Zeus Network. He beat Milan Christopher's ass. I mean, no tea, no shade. I'm like, damn. Jonathan's ass can fight, okay? He wants all the damn smoke. So, anyways, he's been doing hair for years. Very, very talented hairstylist. So he decided to open up his own beauty supply store. He told all of his fans, he has millions of followers on social media, and he told them to all come down to this hair shop down in Houston to get free bundles and weave and all this stuff. You had people camping out overnight just to get some bundles and some weave. Then when he opened it, it just turned into a lot of chaotic mess. So we're going to go ahead and watch some of the videos that were posted online. It was a lot of ratchetness. I have a few different videos to show y'all. I just want to make sure I have everything set up here. So we're going to start here. Let me show y'all this. I also have a few different clips, so give me just a second. Oh, nope. Hold on. Okay, so this is from his grand opening here. So we're going to watch some of this. And look how he's just throwing the weave like he's throwing fish at a pack of seals. By the way, can y'all hear the video? Let me know if y'all can hear the video real quick. I want to make sure y'all can hear it. Can everybody hear it? Okay, it's kind of low, but y'all can hear. Okay. Okay, I'll turn it up a little bit. All right, let's continue. Hold on. Hold up. Okay, let's start. And the crazy thing is people are literally standing on other people's cars, okay? So this was in, I'm gonna take out of this video, this was inside of the hair shop here. Okay, that got music. And then once people got in there, they got the twerking. So we're gonna watch this real quick and then I'm gonna play some other clips. So this was them in there, happy to get in. Okay, so now let's go ahead and watch this clip here. All of this over fake hair. This is from a man named Down South D. So we're gonna watch some of these videos here. Let me try and make it bigger.
The wait is over. Friends, stop playing. Tomorrow, the grand opening. The ribbon cutting is at 8 a.m. Come on, follow me. Y'all already see all the wigs, but stay tuned. Y'all see all these gifts? We got 400 bundles we giving away. It ain't ended. When I say 400 bundles, everybody get a bundle. You get a bundle. All these gifts, I'm giving away to all my friends. So y'all better be here at 8 a.m. I'm not playing. Keep following me. Come on. Y'all see it? Y'all already know Friend is in the motherfucking building and we is not playing. Her gallery, the one and only. Come on, keep following me. Don't stop.
Let me fast forward. Here goes some other clips. There's a lot of damn bonnets in the building. Just bonnets, scarves.
No, he outside the bus. He walking towards the front door. Yeah, he all the way up there.
So we going to fuck home with our nephew because the hoes didn't want to leave out today. The shit is still going. It is crazy. Been here since 2 o'clock and they looking over my chair that I pulled up with. I'm highly disappointed, Jonathan. Somebody got hurt? Inside?
Why you got the balloons out, y'all?
Around, look at all these people here. It's no longer safe.
We want to do crowd control. I understand.
Trying to get people out.
Did somebody get hurt?
There's been plenty already.
Really?
A baby got maced.
What?
Yeah, somebody maced one of the kids.
So a civilian maced the child here?
It wasn't us though. I think it was the security. It wasn't the sheriff's office.
Oh, wow.
Kids, babies, everybody go today. Wow. We can't go to Jonathan's store. Where can we go? go because I'm gonna jump on the car. So what they did was, okay, so everybody had pretty much been out here late night. So they started jumping and started slinging the hair out, throwing the hair out in the crowd or whatever. So the hair that they threw out, it pretty much.
Is it your hair?
I ain't even really.
Oh, that's a wig. Okay.
Yeah, I ain't even really just look at it for real.
Touch you. You like it? Is it one you would buy?
Mm-hmm.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
It's
Feel
worth
real
it.
good.
So and then I always come to Hair Gallery because they got another one on the south side.
Mhm.
So that's the one that I normally shop at. So. Yeah.
You got
Okay.
yours.
Yeah.
Somebody got some. Okay. Y'all have a good day.
What the fuck?
Now y'all know I love some black women. Y'all let me down this time.
Oh my God. So let's go ahead and see what the news had to say about the situation. She's like, at least I got mine. I got my wig. Let's go ahead to the news station here. So the news was in full effect. Oh, hold on. Y'all said no sound? Huh. Why is it not playing a sound? That's weird. Okay. I don't know why it's not having a sound. Okay, let me try this other video. Let me know if this other video plays a sound for y'all. I don't know why that one is playing no sound. Let me know if y'all can hear this one. That's weird. Okay. That's weird. I don't know why the YouTube videos are not playing a sound. Okay. All right, well, let me come back on the screen. Basically, the news... Hold on. Let me move this here. Okay. So, basically, the news is saying... Oh, you know what it says? Your browser has lost connection. Your share screen audio... Oh, okay. That's why. It lost connection. Let me try it again. Y'all know StreamYard is ghetto, okay? It's as ghetto as what the hell's going down at the Galleria. So let me go ahead and try it again. Let me remove it off of here because it just said that it wasn't working. Hold on. Let me stop screen sharing. Let's try it again because I want y'all to hear what the news had to say. So let's try it one more again. Okay. I wanted to, this was the one I was trying to play initially. Is it gonna go to this one? Hold on. Let me know if y'all can hear it. Hold up. What tab is it under? Hold on, let me stop. Let me start over. This is why I love my OBS. It's just so much easier to deal with. Okay. All right. We'll start over.
A crowd at Hair Galleria Beauty Supplies grand
Can
opening.
y'all hear it? Let me know if y'all can hear it. I want to make sure y'all can hear. Okay. Thank you. All right, let's get started. All right, this is what the news media had to say.
It got out of control this morning, erupting into chaos after pepper spray was sprayed into the crowd. Medics treated one woman at the scene. The Harris County Sheriff's Office called off the entire event, and fire marshals left violations for the owner. But as KPRC2's Joy Addison reports, police say they are not sure who sprayed that pepper spray.
Well, what we saw this morning was a grand opening crowd that just got out of control after people camped out in this parking lot overnight. But the latest update from fire marshals is that Hair Galleria Beauty Supply will be closed for at least the next 8 weeks until they secure the proper permits.
They had tents, they had their chairs, they had
Okay, keep that in mind. They did not even have the proper permits to have a shop. Keep that in mind, people.
They were sleeping in the car.
Wright has about 2.3 million followers on Instagram and has famously styled Houston native Meg Thee Stallion and award-winning R&B artist SZA. About 14 hours ago, he advertised $300 to $400 wigs, $4,000 in cash, and other items being given away to the first shoppers that could make it to the store. These posts drew the initial crowd. Social media videos show hundreds of people inside of the store and over 500 people camping overnight in the store's parking lot, waiting for the grand opening the next day and the promise of more free items. After the crowd got out of control, police were called for a disturbance and for calls for heat exhaustion. Everyone that needed help was treated on the scene and it was cleared. The fire marshal then arrived and said the owner did not have the proper occupancy permits and closed the place down.
I feel like if they had like the proper structure, like, you know, form the lines, like the barricade and stuff, then it would have went smoother.
Once the doors were closed, someone used this as an opportunity, or for whatever reason, felt they needed to disperse the crowd. Those that were affected were treated by EMS. We had several medical issues came up, along with the disbursement of the potential chemical agent, as well as heat exhaustion.
It was babies out here dying from pepper spray.
A stop work order and 2 violations for occupancy were left on the door by fire marshals. And despite the continued promotion over social media that this grand opening will continue tomorrow, police and fire marshals confirmed that will not happen and this business will remain closed until those proper permits are submitted. Reporting from the Northwest Side, Joy Addison.
All right, y'all, let me come back on the screen. Ooh, child, the ghetto. There's a lot of nuances to this story. It's a lot of ways to break this down. And I think what's been very, child, I'm not even gonna say heartbreaking, but more or less frustrating, is a lot of the stuff that I'm seeing on social media, the videos. I mean, of course, once again, this is a representation of, you know, all black women, right? Because all of us were down there. 500 people spent the night in the parking lot to be the first ones in line to get free weave. It's like the jokes write themselves. People are out there in bonnets. Babies are out there. Why bring your small baby to something that may turn out to be chaotic to get weave? It wasn't like this was a kids event, face painting, free food, you know, games. This was to get weave, okay? It's just like, you know, people are taking the videos and they're just running with it. My issue is this, right? And this is what I'm noticing about like a lot of influencers, unfortunately. And again, I'm a fan of Jonathan. I think his work is beautiful. He's a great hairstylist. But too many people want titles. Too many people want to look like they're business owners. And look, mama, I made it. I got my own business. And, you know, I'm in a physical location. How do you open up a weave shop, you literally invited 2 million people, right? Because you have that many followers. Of course, 2 million people are not going to show up. But you put the word out there to millions of people, and you don't even have your paperwork done right. You had no occupancy paperwork. Didn't speak to the fire marshal. There was nothing in place. It's like, thank goodness nobody was shot and killed. It was just chaos. And then to stand there in front of all these people who came down there to support you and to just be throwing packs of weave at them, like, you know, like they're seals and you're throwing fish, and all these people are fighting over weaves and jumping on people's cars. I mean, it was insane to watch that. And again, this is what happens when people do not have their priorities together, when they just want a title, they want to be seen as an owner, they want to be seen as a boss, but they don't have all their stuff together. How do you have a grand opening, grand closing in the same day? So again, yes, the people were very unprofessional coming down there and behaving in that manner. But like the old saying goes, attitude reflects leadership. So if your shit is not together, if you don't care how you're running your business, that is the crowd that you're going to attract. You're going to attract people who are just coming for free shit. They don't want to buy nothing. They just want you to throw a free pack of weave at them. That's why I be trying to let y'all know that a lot of these influencers just be trying to use folks. They just want to pad their numbers, look good for sponsors, look good for, potential celebrity clients. But that's really how they treat their customer base. Because if he really took his business seriously, he would have made sure he had all the proper paperwork, all the proper permits. There would have been security first and foremost. There have been conversations with the police. Hey, I'm planning on doing a grand opening. I want to make sure that people are safe. There's security. It wouldn't have just been a free-for-all. That is what you do when you care about your fans, when you care about your supporters. You make sure that everybody who comes to your event, who come to your grand opening, they get there safe and they leave safe. And that nothing happens at your grand opening. But again, when you're just in it for a quick buck, because that's what a lot of these influencers do. They'll open up restaurants, tell everybody on their social media, come and eat. Then you go try and support said black business. Food's all gone. They only had enough food to feed the first 50 people. Yeah, but we done came down here to support. Ain't no food. Then within a year or two, the businesses are shut down. We've seen the same song and dance. It looks good, but do you notice that most influencers are not able to maintain their businesses, their boutiques, their lash extension shops, their hair weave shops? Within a year, they've shut down because they're not really serious about being a business owner. They want social media attention. They want people on social media like, oh, he's running his own business. He's doing his thing. But they don't know what it really takes to run a business. And that's the unfortunate part because, again, Jazzy said, why is that, T? Because, Jazzy, a lot of it is just people want validation and they want attention and they want that dopamine hit from strangers. If I can have a whole bunch of people come and say good things about my shop and what I'm doing, that's a dopamine hit. But then what happens with dopamine? It starts to wear off. Now is the real test. Because initially, everybody can come and get a plate, but can you keep people to keep coming? A year from now, will people still be coming to your restaurant? Will you still be getting those good Yelp reviews? Will people still be buying stuff from your shop? Think about how many reality TV people have opened up restaurants and businesses. Even on Love and Hip Hop, Stevie J and what's his name, Benzino, they had their bistro closed. Carly Red had a restaurant closed. Lenithia had a restaurant. Nene Leakes from Real Housewives, she had a boutique and restaurant closed. Peter Thomas, I went to his restaurant, closed. Well, now he's going to jail. But y'all get what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of people are doing stuff because they have the following and they're being recommended to, start a business. You have this following, use your fan base, get them to, and there's nothing wrong with that, but don't start a business if you're not serious about it. Don't start a business if you're not even going to get the safety permits and the permits to even be in the building. That does not make any sense. Why would you not have that in place first? I've seen people start whole businesses, create social media pages, then you find out they don't even own the LLC. And now they're crying because somebody done trademarked the name. Why would you not have your trademark and LLC done before you even start a social media page, before you start announcing yourself? But I also blame hustle culture because it's not cool to just work a 9 to 5 anymore. You got to have multiple streams of income, multiple, if you don't have your own business, you're not a boss. You have people who act like YouTube is not really a job, like they're better than YouTube. I own businesses. I do this. Your main money is from YouTube. Stop acting like you're bigger than the program. I get a check from YouTube. I am a YouTuber and influencer, and I'm proud. It's legit money. It's good money, and I'm grateful. I don't have to be on here acting like I'm more than what I am just to, blow up my ego or make y'all feel some type of way. A lot of these, I remember Fresh and Fit, they were always, oh, we're doing this and we got businesses we doing. And then when their channel got shut down, they was devastated. Well, why do you care since you claim you have all these businesses going? Why are you upset that your YouTube channel shut down? Oh, because that is your main source of income. Your TikTok is your main source of income. Everything else is just a venture to just add to your brand. And I think that's the real problem. You know, and I just hate that people were brought down there in the guise of, because let's keep it real. He put that out there, all these freebies, free weed, $4,000 grand prizes. He did that because we know the economy's bad right now. People don't have money to be spending on bundles and stuff like that. So you know you're going to attract a lot of people. And all of that chaos and foot traffic, guess where it looks good at? On social media. So that way you can be like, oh, my shop was popping. All these folks came, they were fighting over my hair. It's all for ego and social media. Yeah. Because again, if you were serious about business, that's not how, when you go to a real grand opening, I've been to a lot of them here in Atlanta, it is orderly. You don't want the whole city there. You invite certain people. You know what I'm saying? You do tastings. It's done in a very tasteful way. There's crowd control, there's security. So when I see things when it's just done and run amok, this is not a real business. You did this for social media. You did this to look like you're popping. Not saying that he's not, right? But to look like you're even more popping. Because again, if this was a legitimate business that you're trying to build generational wealth and this is something that you want to run for the next 5 to 20 years, you're going to at least have your paperwork together. There's no way that you should be opening the same day and being shut down by the fire marshals the same day, if you are really in it for the business and not for the clout. Yeah, it looked, thank you, Tyler. It looked very, very unserious. And you know, again, it's sad because then it looks like this is the representation, once again, of black women. Look at all these black women out here acting ghetto, fighting over weave. You know, so once again, that stereotype. And not saying that these folks didn't feed into it, but it's like we didn't need to see this. It could have been done just very professionally. Why have people out there spending the night? They were spending the night out there because of the promises that were made on social media, the $4,000 and the free hair and everything else. And you know what's sad is that people will come and spend the night in parking lots and come and fight over weave, but you couldn't get a lot of those same people to stand in a voting line or to be at the PTA or to volunteer at the school and take some of the weight off of the teachers. And I think that's the saddest part. And don't forget, a lot of people came down there because of the social media aspect. Hopefully they can be seen too and, pop off their Instagram pages or get interviewed or take a picture with Jonathan. So a lot of this was just blown out of proportion because it was a social media led event. It was not, to me personally, watching that was not an event that was led by true business or that you really care about your customers. That was a social media led event. Yeah. And I think that's why I always tell y'all all the time, you know what I'm saying? People follow people and, follow influencers. And like I always tell y'all, what are the influencers that you're following? What are they influencing you to do? Are they influencing you to be the best of yourself? Are they giving back to their followers? Do they talk down to their followers? Because a lot of people have gotten a lot of followers, a lot of clout on social media, but then you see how they treat said followers. I would never stand in the middle of something and just throw stuff at people. That's crazy. And he's not the only one. I'm not just coming at him. I've seen, like the Kai Cenats and, and then maybe I'm saying his name. It might have been a different streamer where they'll have people come and meet them at the park. All their fans come and they're, giving away PlayStation 5s and video games. And it's just throwing shirts at people, cussing people out, talking to them crazy. It's like, if you don't want to mix and mingle with your fans, then why even do a meet and greet? You should want people to leave your event happy that they came and they met you, you know what I'm saying, and that you looked out. Again, when we do events, they're orderly. I don't play that. I don't even give y'all the location until the day of. I know there's a few new people coming to my event. They keep emailing, we need the location. You're not getting it. That's a security risk. You will get the location information right before the event once security, police, and everybody are put into place. And it's not just about me, it's about you all too. I want to make sure that everybody who comes to my event is safe, searched, so that way you can let your hair down. You're okay, you're amongst, friends and, tea sippers. We do giveaways. We do all types of stuff. I would never get in the middle of a crowd of people and just start throwing shit at people. So I don't know. I just hate when I see that. I don't like it because I feel like we've all been blessed with this platform. And I don't care if you're a YouTuber or Instagrammer, TikToker. We've all been blessed to be able to make money doing what we love. From commentary to, hair, makeup, beauty gurus. And the only reason why everybody's in the position that they're at is because of you all. That's the truth of the matter. It's because people watched us, liked us, subscribed, shared our videos, and things like that. So why wouldn't you be grateful for the people who support you? Why would you not go out your way to be like, okay, maybe the first 100 people, so it's orderly, we'll give the first 100 people, this and that. Just like the same thing happened at Essence with Juvia's place. People were promised stuff, and it was not delivered, and a lot of people were really disappointed. So don't promise things if you cannot deliver. Don't promise things if you're not going to put your whole, don't do things, I think I should say that. Don't do things for the public, for your fans, for your followers, if your whole heart is not into it. Don't do it. I've seen influencers throw events and not even show up. People came to see you. You charge $200+ for tickets, and you're a no-show at your own event? Like, what are we doing? Or you go to an event and they barely even want to take pictures. People paid tickets. People flew into town. You don't want to take pictures with your fans? Oh, you only want to take pictures with other influencers. Oh, so you're just using your fans to make it look like it's lit, but you don't really want to be around them. Interesting. I go to a lot of shit. Get mad if you want that I'm speaking the truth. I go to a lot of events and I just see how people act and treat people, the same people who got them to where they're at. I don't like it. So for me, I wasn't feeling that. I wasn't feeling how that was done, how that was organized. I know a lot of people are solely blaming, the ghetto women and, the weave bandits. But I'm looking at it a little bit deeper. Those women didn't appear there out of thin air. They were lured there by the promises and hopes of a bundle of joy, aka free weave. Okay? They came looking for bundles that they were promised. Don't dangle stuff in front of people when you don't have the infrastructure. It's not okay. Somebody said, I've seen Umar. He's been acting like a celebrity. Umar Johnson's another joke. He is. KB says, yeah, how soon they forget. I never understood that either, Spacey Love. Why have a meet and greet when you don't want to meet anybody? I remember the Ace family was accused of that. Had a huge meet and greet, sold all, their tickets aren't cheap to any of their meet and greets. Some type of amusement thing they were doing, people bought tickets, people came. They didn't want to mix and mingle with anybody. Didn't want to take pictures, didn't want to be bothered with them. Why are you taking people's money? You could have let people stay at home in their homes, use their money for more important things. You're already rich and y'all could have just went on about your business. Why even do these events? Why do these meet and greets? It doesn't make any sense. Sarah said, did you ever get your refund back from Dr. Umar since he didn't build that damn school? Dr. Umar ain't about to refund me nothing, honey. That money been spent. It is what it is at this point. That school was being talked about when my oldest son was literally in the 5th grade. Now he's a 24-year-old man. So Dr. Umar's a joke. I can't take him seriously. He is. He's another one who just uses his fans as well. You know, he has a lot of brainwashed female followers, unfortunately, who, you know, again, single moms, they want to believe in this school. They want to send their kids to the school. You know, I believe the hype initially. But then, you know, after 2 years, I'm like, fuck him. This man's full of shit. He'll never get another dime from me. And the fact that it's been, 15 years is insane. And he's still sitting on the steps of FGMG not doing anything besides panhandling. They drug his ass on TikTok. I need to make a compilation video. They drug him for the filth on TikTok. Black TikTok came together and told his ass expeditiously, we will not be sending you a dime. Go get a job. Go work for Uber. Go volunteer somewhere. We're done. The purse strings are closed. So yeah, people was going off on Umar on TikTok. So I think a lot of people are finally waking up that he's nothing more than a dusty panhandler. He is the prince of panhandling, the prince of Pookieism, the prince of pan pizza. Okay, but he's not the prince of pan-Africanism at all. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the compilation when I get home, because there was a lot of videos I wanted to react to them. I was cracking up. Yeah, so, you know, again, I just hate that. That video bothered me, and a lot of the commentary. Like, I get it, you know, I mean, I get it. It was a hot ghetto mess. But I hate the fact that now that's the representation, once again, of black women. Like, you know, black women we'll do anything for hair. We'll spend the night in parking lots. No, the fuck we won't. Maybe some of them did. That's not every black woman. I'm not spending the night. I wouldn't spend the night for damn... shit, I don't know. Name insert rapper here. Concert tickets. I'm not spending the night in a parking lot. I didn't even do Black Friday. So I'll be damned if I sit in a parking lot waiting for a pack of bundles. But understand, too, why they were doing it. Times are hard. People don't have the money. But people still want to look good. You know, you don't want to look like what you're going through, right? So I get it. But I hate the fact that these videos are viral and all you see is black fatigue, black women. Ugh, this is why I would never date a black woman. Like, you know, those same comments every time stuff like this goes viral. And I hate the fact that he has such a huge following, and that is what he chose to do with his platform. Again, start your businesses. I'm all here for black businesses, but if you're going to start a business, take that shit seriously. Have it last more than a year or two. Have the proper paperwork. Stop trying to hustle your fans. So that's the part that's just frustrating when I see stuff like that go viral. So I really wanted to just kind of talk about it in full and not just react and laugh at the video. It's like, nah, it's a little bit deeper than that. Because for most people, they don't know who Jonathan is. They don't even know why these women were there. They just see a big group of black women fighting and carrying on over weave, but they're not understanding the nuances as to why they're there, the promises that were made and not kept. So again, we got to do better. Don't just use people when it's good and when you need numbers and when you need visibility. You know, treat your fans how you want to be treated. Because before I ever did this influencer thing, I was a fan of many people. So for me, I always look at, you know, sometimes they say don't meet your heroes, but how do people treat you? How you know, when they don't know who you are, how do you just treat people in general? And I hate that so many people have allowed social media and having followers to go to their head, and that is their life, is their following, is social media. They have no personality outside of that, and I hate that. How do you have an event and you don't even mix and mingle with the people who came to your event? How do you have an event and all you do is sit in the corner? Bitch, move out the way. I'm dancing. I'm turning up. And I'm turned up with my peoples, period. You know what I'm saying? I'm rapping right along with y'all, word for word, bar for bar. Let's go. Because I'm a regular person just like y'all. So I just hate the fact that there's this, you know, I'm up here, I'm down here, whatever. You know, but to each his own, child. To each his own. Maddie says people will say social anxiety, and that's an excuse. I see that too. Influencers love saying that shit. I have social anxiety. I don't like a lot of people around me. Well, then, bitch, my money should be part of that social anxiety too, because you seem to like to sell tickets. You're not allergic to the money. You're not allergic to selling tickets to said event. But now when it comes to interacting, all of a sudden it's social anxiety. Well, my money should be social anxiety too. Don't ask for my money. Because if I buy a ticket, I expect some type of interaction. I don't want to talk to your staff. I don't want your pastor on stage preaching to me. We came to see you. So I'm not buying that either. I don't like when people try and use social anxiety, because if you have real social anxiety, you're not even going to throw an event. People who really can't be around a lot of people, they're not throwing events. They say that because they don't want you around them. They think you're better than them. They think that they're better than you. They want fans to just be fans over there. They don't want you coming up to them. Because again, real social anxiety is not even going to put together an event. Real social anxiety, you're not even going to be in the public eye. Because you notice when they're trying to grow, right? When they start their platform or their Instagram and they're trying to build a following, there's no social anxiety. They're out and about. They're, hey y'all, we downtown kicking it. They're around all types of people. They're in the club. They're doing reviews. They're, going to restaurants and trying food. They're doing everything to gain a following. Then once they gain it, now it's social anxiety. And again, don't get me wrong, it can be overwhelming. But again, if you're putting together an event and you're doing it professionally and not just trying to hustle people and get a bag, you don't got to have thousands of people around you. I limit my events. I don't want 7,000 people there. This is the amount I'm comfortable with, and that's it. And we don't go over that amount. Oh, well, T, you could have 1,000 people here. I don't want 1,000 people here because I can't give my energy to 1,000 people. I just can't. That's a lot. When will I get a chance to let down my hair and enjoy the event and actually look at what I put together or what we put together as a team? Like, I want to have fun too. I don't want to just be in the corner being stared at by thousands of people. So I keep it, limited and small, and where I can still mix and mingle and have fun where I don't feel overwhelmed. So you don't have to have 5,000 people there. People do that because it looks good. Why? For social media optics. To be like, oh, 5,000 people showed up at the park and they went crazy over me. Ego. Yeah. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah. You got to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Definitely. TT's World said, I want to event one of those. I want to go to one of those events. One day I will attend. Yes, one day. Speak it into existence, child. We always have a good time. We do. We always have a really good time. So now let's go ahead. How long I've been on here? About an hour. I got a few more topics. Yeah, I've been on here exactly an hour. So I got a few more topics I want to talk about before I head out. Let me read some of these super chats really quick here. Give me just a second to pull these up. Let's see here. Miss Beauty Queen says, I can't wait to see you Saturday. Hopefully there's still room left for the brunch. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm Boston. $2 says, you are a breath of fresh air. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's see. Calm and Free says, it's like watching chickens scrambling for food. Like, have some self-respect or at least pretend. Yes. Miss Magics in $4.99 says, if black women would put this much energy into growing their own hair, this many shops would not exist. Well, I mean, I think a lot of black women, grow their own hair. But I also feel like this, right? Because when I started a natural hair channel. I show people how to grow their hair long and all that stuff. But the styles have changed. And unfortunately, everybody's more into weave now. I don't even see a lot of natural hair girlies anymore. You know? I mean, a lot of people still wear their hair natural, but I don't see as many natural hair channels as back like when I was doing natural hair videos. A lot of them have kind of closed up shop because everything is just more, that's the aesthetic, you know? And I like wearing my wigs. It's just easier. You know, I take care of my hair underneath. But, you know, the reason why I stopped wearing my natural hair because I got tired of the disrespectful comments. The second people didn't agree with what I had to say, I was all types of nappy-headed this and that. So I was just like, you know what, fuck it. I ain't got time. I wore my hair natural for 5 years straight. And then it was just like, put it away. Ming Su, here I come. But, you know, like if you're on, you know, sometimes when I do Zoom meetings, you know, I have my hair out, you know, in pigtails and stuff like that. You know, I just don't come on YouTube with my natural hair. So, you know, to each his own. But I think a lot of black women have long, healthy hair that they grow, but they choose to wear wigs and stuff as protective styles. So I don't judge. You know, do what works for you. If you want to wear your hair natural, you know, I don't judge people who relax their hair either, but just understand with relaxers, there's a lot of health issues that have come out about, you know, relaxers and certain chemicals and stuff like that. So I wouldn't really promote that. You know, I haven't had a relaxer in my hair in probably 15 years. Once I went natural back in like 2010, 2009, I think is when I went natural, cut off all my hair. Did the teeny weeny afro thing for a while. So, you know, just do what works for you. But I just hate the fact that that is like a representation of black women. Like we're so desperate for hair and bundles that we're willing to scrap it out in the streets. Absolutely the fuck not. You know what I'm saying? That's not every black woman's story. So I hate that that's like the representation. But thank you for the super chat, love. I appreciate you. Anastasia sent a $2 sticker. Thank you so much. Baby G sent $4.99, says, sad to say, I'm starting to understand the black fatigue people keep talking about. This is Anua from the Discord. By the way, happy birthday. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Sadi Ali says, happy born day, T. Thank you. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Shirley Bossy Cat set 1999 says, my first time catching a live in a while. I've been working. Please say heavy ranch dressing. It always cracked me up the last time you say that. Bless you and your family. Thank you. Were you the one sending me cash apps? Somebody kept sending me cash apps like, T, please say heavy ranch dressing. I was like, what in the cash app is going on? Like literally they sent me like 3 cash apps and I forgot to say it. So there you go. Heavy ranch dressing. I said that a while ago on my stream about Southern. We were talking about like Southern folks, you know, like healthy eating. How they'll be like, oh yeah, you know, I'm eating healthy. Let me get a salad. Then they'll be like, heavy ranch dressing. It's like, man, that just defeats everything you put on the salad. It's a Southern thing. I don't know. A lot of Southern, they like heavy ranch dressing. That's how they say it. They call it heavy. And I remember when I first moved down south, I thought heavy was a brand. I didn't know that that's what they were saying. Like put a lot on there. I'm like, what kind of brand is heavy? I'm like, you know, up north we got like, you know, whatever brand. What is the one? Old Home and stuff like that. And I'm like, I've never heard of the heavy brand. They're like, no, it's not a brand. That just means we want a lot of dressing on our salad. Heavy ranch dressing. Y'all are a mess. Yeah, Hidden Valley Ranch. Yup, Hidden Valley. That's one of the brands up north too. And I thought heavy was the brand. And it ended up just being, you know, just heavy ranch dressing on that salad, ma'am. And it's like, that you're not going to lose weight that way. Like, okay, we're proud of you for eating a salad, but then you're pouring a bunch of salad dressing on there. That just defeats everything. You know what I'm saying? It defeats it all. So it's funny. So thank you so much for the super chat, sis. Lex says, hey, T, the same thing happened with Soul Raven's pop-up shop. Ooh, hold on. It just refreshed. Hold on. Where did it go? Okay, with with So Raven's pop-up shop. Hundreds of girls there. Diddy's son's girlfriend. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm thinking that's So Raven Simone. So Diddy's son's girlfriend had a pop-up shop, and hundreds of people came. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like they'll do stuff just to make it look good on social media. Like hundreds of folks came and they bum rushed and they bought everything all out. And then it's like, okay, 6 months later, is the merch still gonna be there? Are people still gonna be buying? So, Faye said, T, us Southerners eat salads as a side, not to lose weight, LOL. That's true. Let's see here. Mandarin91 sent $5, says, thank you for always keeping it real and being authentic. Love you too, and thank you so much, sis. Appreciate you. Let's see here. DJ Generation said that store drama is unbelievable. It is. It was a hot mess. I couldn't believe when I was watching it. When I first seen it, I was just like, this is insane. Insane. Let's see here. Okay, so let's get on the next topic here. I can't believe it's already 7 o'clock. I have an event tonight, so I got to go get ready in a bit here. So we got to talk about this. DJ Academics was once again trending. He's on here twice, actually. Okay, so as you guys know, Metro Boomin, he was one of the ones a year ago, you know, him and Drake were beefing and the whole Kendrick Lamar situation. He made the BBL Drizzy. So Metro Boomin dropped his new album, and so a lot of people have been talking about it, and it's called Futuristic Summer, and so everybody in Atlanta's been talking about it. I knew it was coming out like last week. I've been listening to it like crazy, and for me, I'm enjoying it. It's like, you're not going to appreciate it if you didn't grow up in that era. And basically, a lot of people in Atlanta are really proud of this project. They really like it. It's like a homage to like old school ATL. The beats, the way it sounds. I've liked a lot of the songs on there. But a lot of people who are not either too young or who are just not from Atlanta, they don't like it. So a lot of people have been trashing the album. And he was projected to sell like 25,000. I think he sold a little bit less. But DJ Academics, of course, had something to say. And we all know that he's a big Drake fan, so not surprised. So he kind of trashed the album. So Ty V says you love the album. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's all I'm hearing down here in Atlanta. Like, everybody down here is really rocking with it. I like it, you know what I'm saying? But again, I grew up in that era. You know what I'm saying? I was around. I was grown in that era. That's when we were clubbing. That's when the clubs were so damn lit. You know what I'm saying? Where you went to the club to dance. It wasn't a bunch of fucking tables and sections and hookah and, you know, oh, VIP this and that. Nah. That's when you were in the club. I remember going to, who remembers Mama's Prime Time in Atlanta? That's how much I used to be. People thought I lived in Atlanta back then. Because I lived in Charlotte. We would drive down to Atlanta on the weekends. I remember being in Mama's Prime Time. This was like 2005, 2004, because Tay-Tay wasn't even born yet. I might have no, I didn't get pregnant no, sorry. I was like, sorry. I was like, did I get pregnant that weekend? No, I didn't. So Tay-Tay wasn't even born, but we was down here at Mama's Prime Time, and Monica was in the club. Like, you would just be in the club, and celebrities would be in the club. No big deal. We were all dancing with Monica, kicking it with her and her brother. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't all this, I'm a celebrity, I get it. It was none of that back then. You came to the club and you had fun. You know what I'm saying? With me, my ex-husband, my little brother, they had on their long t-shirts, gold. That's when everybody had gold teeth. Remember, everybody had the little gold teeth and stuff like that. And the girls had the golds on the bottom. Man, it was lit. It was lit, child. Yes, the baby making days, okay? But yeah, Atlanta was so damn lit back then. Lean with it, rock with it. You know what I mean? Like, those were like, that was the era, the white t-shirt era. So that's what this album reminds me of. So I really, really enjoyed it. Okay, I did. And so let's go ahead here. Let me go ahead and play y'all the video of DJ Academics talking about the album and why he doesn't like it. I mean, there's a few people reviewing it and saying the same thing, but if you're from, a lot of folks in Atlanta really like the album. Like, it's been on repeat out here. Okay, here we go. Let me share my screen. Okay, hopefully I can hear it.
J Money, Travis Porter, Young Dro, Gucci Man, Roscoe Dash, Quavo. Oh yeah, I could tell why people don't like it. Hey, Metro, I'm actually gonna be on your side with this. Let me just showcase this real quick. Metro, I'm about to be on your side with this. Metro, like, I mean, I wasn't the most amused by most of these songs, but yeah, niggas is dick riders. Nigga, you put a bunch of washed up artists on this shit. With all due respect. Travis Porter, washed up. Young Dro, washed up. Roscoe Dash, washed up. And half of these other niggas, people don't know. Yeah, so again, I'm not saying that songs ain't hot, but niggas is dick riders. So when niggas don't see, they're thinking Atlanta, and they don't see Baby, Future, they don't see 21 Savage, they don't see Thug, they don't see the current hot artists, even Gunna. Yeah, I know you won't work with Gunna, but whatever. Yeah, they're gonna hate. They're like, niggas is dick riders. So again, I didn't listen to the album, but truth be told, looking at the features, I know nobody on planet Earth is gonna say these songs sound good. Not because they don't sound good, it's because these days people look at features or look at the people on the song to help them determine if it's hot. Now, again, I haven't listened to it. Maybe y'all really think it sucks or whatever, but I'm gonna give him a little bit of grace with that. I didn't know he got, like, bro, the nigga got a song with T.I., Young Dro, Roscoe Dash, and Travis Porter. Like, come on, my nigga. Like, come on. Right? Now, I will say people were tight at him. Sorry. People were tight at him, or not tight at him, but people were like, yo, he's spiraling because the tweets that he was sending out, and let me see if I can find them. Let's see if I can find it. Okay.
Twitter because his album stinks and everybody's hating on it, bro. He says a lot of y'all get no girls and it shows. But let me tell you, Metro Boomin, music taste is not defined by having females, dog. Like, bro, your shit just sucks. I don't know how to say it in other terms.
Yo, I keep telling y'all that fans be dick riders. Listen, I don't like Metro, but I really believe they don't see no relevant niggas on here. And what Metro gotta realize, when Drake says shut your bitch ass up and make some drums, nigga, is because, Metro, you're a great producer, but you're not a trendsetter when it comes to music. If Future wanted to do some nostalgic shit, it would work. Metro don't got that stain to stand on his own and just dictate that that's happening. He don't have that stain. If Future came out and said, yo, I'm about to drop an album on some Dungeon Family shit, it would slap. It's Future. If let me see who else. If Thug was like, yo, I'm going back to 2014 Thug, or on some other shit, like, people would rock with it. Metro, because he doesn't have a voice and he leads with production, the artists themselves, they're always louder than the producer, and half of these niggas are irrelevant. So again, I'm pretty sure, I think Metro got a good ear. I don't think he's gonna put out hot garbage, but I think he's gonna put out a bunch of irrelevant niggas, and niggas don't care. Truth be told, nigga, if this shit was polluted with a bunch of Future niggas just call this shit hot as fuck, bro. But niggas is like, who the fuck is YK Nice? No disrespect. Who's Brisky? Like, who are these people? Like, who the fuck is... Yo, this nigga put Jose Guapo on this shit. Anyway. Oh, so niggas is
Jid
Oh, so niggas is
Metro
roasting-
Boomin is pissed on Twitter.
Oh, they're roasting Metro? I didn't know that.
All right, child, let me go. Let me go ahead and come back on. You know, again, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but how are you reviewing something you ain't listened to it? Like, that's the part that kind of had me bugged out. Like, he didn't even attempt to listen to it, but you're calling folks washed. And, you know, again, a lot of the people that are on the album, like he was saying, like Young Dro, like you're calling them washed. And we only do that in hip hop. As people get older and maybe they're not, you know, dropping music like that, you know, we just cancel them and discard them. But you don't see that in other genres. It's always hip hop. You know, yeah, T.I. may not be out here really rapping like that, but we're never going to take away from his catalog and act like these guys were not popping. And the whole South, especially Atlanta, did not have the industry on lock for years. Okay? For years. So I like the fact that he switched it up. He could have went with the regular, you know, sound that we're used to listening, you know, in 2025, but he decided to take it back, you know. And again, another thing that kind of bothered me with the commentary is that even if you, because I'm not going to act like I know all these people that are featured on the album, because I don't, but I think that's a good thing. We keep saying that we want, you know, new artists or, you know, underground artists or people who are not mainstream to get a chance. And he's doing that, and then we clown. So it's like, which one is it? Either we're tired of only mainstream people always being featured on songs, or we're going to start doing like we did back in the day. That's how a lot of people got discovered, was from being featured on a bigger artist's album. So I think that was cool that he did that he gave people who ordinarily would not be featured, he gave them an opportunity. So, child, you know DJ Academics always has something to say. But he's also coming from the place of a Drake fan. And you know, him and Metro, they've had their back and forths on social media and everything else. So I'm not surprised with his review at all of the album. But I know for a fact a lot of people, especially in Atlanta, are really loving it. And like, you know, just right now, especially the older folks, I would say like, you know, 35, well maybe 30 and up, they're definitely loving the sound because a lot of the nostalgia factor is really what it is. It's a lot of nostalgia with that album, so I've been enjoying listening to it. So now let's go ahead. I also, before I go, I want to hit on the situation that's going on with Offset, aka Off Cheat. So Offset is out here feeling himself, child. He is really feeling himself. So y'all know Cardi B has had her issues with Joe Budden. They've had their back and forths and, you know, their drama. And usually Offset don't even do interviews like that. So it's very interesting that Offset goes onto the Joe Budden podcast. And they decide to be messy and talk about, you know, have you ever left somebody and they upgraded on you? And he's like, nah, ain't no female ever upgraded once I left them. So we're going to go ahead and watch this. And then DJ Academics then turns around and starts calling out all these people that Offset allegedly slept with as well. So it's a lot of stuff going on in the male space. A whole bunch of mess. So let me go ahead and pull up this video here. Okay. Who would have thought? Joe Budden and Offset. Child. Okay.
Talking about him, I just want him to address our debate. If someone
Up and down?
cheats up or down, which one
worse?
hurts more? That was our debate.
If somebody cheat up or down.
Like if me and Mel are together and I cheat on her and I go get
some dusty ass bitch,
or
and then I end up
or somebody that's
Idris.
Idris can't.
I'm just
Yeah,
we're making a point. We're just making. We're just making. For fuck's sake, pick a softer player.
My truth, I ain't never met none that I left went up, so I don't know how to experience. I
What won't you imagine with us?
Niggas crazy, son. Nigga, I'm Timothy Jones.
What was our debate? Because I don't.
Not Timothy Jones, child.
Like every situation I ever seen, go on, it didn't work out. It's how can I say this?
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I had a question. It's like the unseasoned version. You know what I mean? Like, so like every situation I ever seen go on, it didn't work out. It's
Y'all notice he's stuttering? Y'all notice? It's unseasoned. Shut up. You know damn well Cardi B upgraded, honey, with Stephon Diggs. You feel away, okay? She's fucking with your favorite player, sir. You know what's so funny is that, again, not all men. If the shoe does not fit, you should not be offended. But I always find it very interesting that when men cheat and step out, the woman that they're usually cheating with is not on the current girlfriend's level. Not financially, you know, not just not on her level. You know what I'm saying? And so now that woman has finally had enough and said, I'm done with the cheating, I'm done trying to hold down this relationship, I'm moving on. And now he's saying that he's Timothy Jones. Not Timothy Jones. I think Cardi upgraded. But then, you know, I know a lot of people say a lot of stuff about Stephon Diggs, but for now, she seems really happy in that relationship. I think he's sick, because if he wasn't, his chest wasn't hurting, he wouldn't be doing all the stuff that he's doing. Okay? You notice that when he's out, he got to be with like 4 and 5 chicks and show that he's the man. Well, where's the main chick that you was cheating with? You know? Yeah, that's why I call him off cheat. Okay? But I also find it funny, though, to answer that question. I think it is worse when a man cheats and they downgrade. You know what I'm saying? Or like they act like, oh, you know, I cheated, but it was only about, you know, I just had a fucked up moment and it was just sex. And it's just like, no, because as women, we're not allowed to. Like if a woman, like if we did the same thing that men did to us, they would be sick. I'm like, imagine if I'm like in a committed relationship with a man and I'm just like, oh, you know, it was just the heat of the moment. I was working on set, so I just let him eat me out. What the fuck? But a man would be like, she meant nothing to me. I just let her suck my dick. Wait, what? Okay, so can I get back? Hell nah. If you do the same to them, they get so mad and triggered. I don't get it. I do not get it. Why are men like this? Can male tea sippers, can you let us know what the tea is? Why y'all like that? Because we don't get that same grace. We don't get to, oops, I slipped and fell in his dick. But you can oops and just slip, you know, your whole schlong in somebody's cooch. But I don't get to just, oops, I accidentally rode him. Well, how did y'all's clothes come off, sir? Somebody need him, Mr. Timothy Jones, to go have a tall glass of shut the fuck up offset, okay? Let that girl upgrade and live her life and let her be happy, okay? Because he be doing a lot of little janky shit. But okay, he can act like he's a man, but he be doing a lot of little janky shit, honey. Trying to make her unhappy. Yeah, they don't like when you pull a them on them. You know what I'm saying? When he was cheating and out here doing all this shit, putting Cardi B through it, it was okay. And now that she says she's finally had enough, now, oh, you know, yeah, he's unseasoned. With his stuttering ass. Davy said it's the male patriarchy. Is that what it is? It has to be, because I'm just trying to figure out how that works. How you can cheat, and then if we even suggest getting get back, oh, it's an issue. They don't even want to think about you getting get back. It's very interesting. It really is. Yeah, it's always, you know, just random. She means nothing. She just randomly sucked my dick. But then if you're like, okay, well, shit, you know, I don't think like you. They don't even want to think about that. They don't even want to think about you being with somebody else. It's crazy. It really is. It's definitely, somebody said it's all ego. Yeah, they can't handle it. They cannot handle what they dish out. Men cannot handle what they dish out. It's insane. Killer Cam TV says women are not supposed to do what men do. And the same vice versa. Yeah, I'm not saying that folks should be out there doing that, but I just always find that funny. You know, even like with some of my homegirls, right, who've gone through, hell, I've gone through cheating, you know what I'm saying, people who cheated, right? And that is the thing, like, men, right, some, not all, will cheat, but then if the woman cheats, it's an issue. Like, they're not going to give the woman the same grace. If a woman is like, you know, I just happened to fall for my work husband, and we slept with each other after work, that is never going to fly for a man. But a man can get with a coworker, oh, she sucked me off during my lunch break. It didn't mean nothing, though. No, you don't get to get head during your lunch break. What kind of shit is that? Like, no, that's not okay. That's all I'm saying. It's not okay. It's hypocritical. It really is. Yeah. It's like, how about you just don't cheat? Just be faithful. And if you're not going to be, you know, if you don't want to be in that relationship, end it. So I think it sucks when men cheat, and then when you see the person that they cheated with, it's like, what the fuck were you thinking? Man, no, it was just sex. I see. What the fuck? We see. So now, after that video went viral, once again, DJ Academics was out here being messy and basically going down a whole list of, all the women that Offset has cheated with. So we're going to go ahead and listen to this whole situation. Let me bring up this screen here. Where's the video? Okay, here it is. All right. All right, listen to what AK had to say.
For Krishan, Ari, Sweetie.
Hold on, let me refresh it real quick.
Offset for Krishan, Ari, Sweetie, 10 bitches from Starlets. Offset had chicks randomly just popping up to like, the worst. There's two more names too I don't even want to mention because when I heard them names I was flabbergasted. But Offset was out here just piping everybody out. Okay? Offset was fucking bitches that was leaving yo I love you queen under Cardi B's post. Like typical dog shit. You know what I mean? Like that's what niggas do. This is why he know he was on some fuck shit. He know he mad but he can't do nothing. It is what it is. Talk to them. Yo, Offset done fuck. What is it? Supposed to do music. Offset allegedly would pipe out bitches that Cardi used to work in the club with. Cardi's a good bitch still. Like, Cardi still be in the club. Cardi would pipe bitches. Offset would fuck bitches that's on Twitter. Like, I know Cardi's like a huge superstar. Throwing shots at Cardi. And they work in the club. So, like, Cardi's on that level of knowing who's who. Offset was fucking all them bitches. So that's the thing. So Offset knows I dogged this woman out. I fucked everybody. Everybody got this nigga. So when she pops out with Mr. Stephon Diggs, cool, whatever. Of course he ain't happy, but he can't be that tight. Why he can't be that tight? Because he put her through the ringer. He done fucked every girl. And I think that's what he's supposed to do music with. Offset allegedly would pipe the same. Y'all didn't see when I fucked every girl. Y'all didn't see when she was about to do a song with so-and-so and I fucked her. Y'all didn't see when she supposedly caught me on the Ring camera fucking this chick at our crib in our bed. Like, by the way, these things are fortunately kind of... Offset did some shit. That's what he's saying. So he's saying to people like, yo, y'all are niggas up here. What y'all are seeing, like I'm down bad, y'all not seeing when I was dogging it out. He's saying, y'all didn't see when I fucked every girl. Y'all.
All right, let me come back on. I'm trying to figure out, how does he know all the chicks that Offset fuck. Why is he keeping track of Offset's body count? Like, that's crazy that he knows all the girls. You know, and the crazy thing is Sweetie was with Quavo. So if he really had sex with Sweetie, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because that was also his homeboy's girl at one point. But, you know, the industry's dirty like that. That's just some weird shit. I'm sorry. There's too much shit going on out here to just be out here just smashing anybody. Like, it's not cool and it's not okay. I know right now in Texas, I need to do another video. Remember, I talked about this about maybe 4 months ago. The HIV in Texas is even more on the rise. Now they're sending out new health alerts. It's all over TikTok. So, again, I think the reason why so much STDs are on the rise is because we now live in a culture where people just make it seem like cheating is no big deal. It's just okay. It's just a random hookup. And I think that's just a part of like this day and age. Not saying that people back in the day didn't cheat and hook up and stuff like that, but now it's like very glamorized. It's very normalized where people don't even almost see it as cheating. Like, yeah, you know, we just went out after the club and hooked up. And it's like, I don't get that. I don't know why you would want to leave a soul tie with just some random that you met in the club. It's just weird. Yeah, but it's like, it's a lot of stuff on the rise right now. So people need to be careful. And you can't tell me that there's not all types of shit brewing in these celebrity circles. I refuse to believe it's just regular people that are contracting all these STDs. You can't tell me there's not shit like that floating around the industry as well. I refuse to believe that. Somebody called him off nut. Because he's off and nuts in everybody. Everybody catching a nut. You get a nut. You get a nut. You get it. Let me stop. Let me stop. He's out here passing out nuts like he's passing out peanuts at a damn baseball game. Off nuts. Get your off nuts. Get them while they're hot. Y'all are messing the chat. The chat is being so messy right now. Oh my gosh. All right, let me read these last few super chats here and I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here, y'all. Oh, y'all are too... let's see. Calm and Free says, people like jokademics make it feel like a punishment to have internet access. Ooh, y'all are too funny. Let's see here. Don't shadow ban me on YouTube. Sent 5 says, hey T, I'm surprised AK can even speak without Drake's nuts in his mouth 24/7. I thought he was canceled for being a PDF file. No. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. You know, the internet, they be mad one moment and under the rug the next. So yeah, he's back doing his thing. But thank you for the super chat. DJ Generation, he sent $20. He says, as men, we are idiots. I don't cheat, but as a guy, I get it. We will smash under public standards, but we don't view it like women, comparing our girl to what we smash. I think women definitely do it and smash Dusties and Tyrones. Yeah, again, I'll never get it. I don't understand, like, men will cheat and do all types of, fuck shit, and then expect a woman to be, like, super forgiving, and don't even talk about get back, or even attempt to get back. Their chest is literally gonna cave in. If they can't even imagine you giving them the same treatment that they just gave you. It's insane. The hypocrisy is rich. But yeah, man, off cheat, off nut, he's never going to change, and I'm glad that Cardi has moved on. And hopefully Stephon Diggs, like I said, will do right by her, because I've heard a lot of little, shady stuff about him. But, so far so good. They seem to be, it's the honeymoon phase, and they're enjoying it, and I wish them well. I'm just glad she's out that toxic situation with Offset. As a woman, you can only hold down people for so long. And once the disrespect becomes too loud, when you're, like, at this point, publicly cheating and just making me look like a joke, there's nothing left. There's nothing left. And he's going to regret it. He's going to regret it. So that's on him. But yeah, I had to get ready to go. I had to get back. I'm glad my boy let me come and use his Wi-Fi, but I had to get up out of here. We have an event tonight to go to. So trying to get all this stuff done. And then my event is Saturday, so I'm super excited. Shout out to all the tea sippers that are coming to the ATL. I will see you guys on Saturday. Shout out to everybody who's going to go to the brunch as well on Sunday. So we're going to have a great weekend, y'all. I cannot wait. And thank you guys once again for just coming through, coming to the live stream. Thank you guys for the support, for the super chats, the comments, all that stuff. So everybody have a good night. I will see you guys later. Bye, everyone. Love you guys.